Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are jumping right into some of life's most personal and honestly toughest questions. We're pulling some fantastic insights from a really candid Q&A session by the creator Ritu Ki Diary. We're going to cover the big stuff: health, relationships, and the hard realities of money.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to kick things off with some pretty sensitive health topics. From there, we'll explore the whole language of connection and wrap things up by getting real about that tricky intersection of love and finances. Let's get into it.
Okay, first up, a health issue that's super common, but, one that people really talk about out loud.
So this is a really sensitive one, but the source material handles it with some refreshing honesty. It makes it super clear that this is a medical condition, not some kind of personal feeling or something to be ashamed of. And when you look at the potential causes, it really drives that point home. It's often rooted in something physical, like blood flow, or even things like anxiety. So the number one piece of advice here is just go see a qualified doctor. Don't try to self-diagnose based on rumors or what you read online. All right, now for another deeply personal question, this time about family planning. This is an area where science and, let's face it, a lot of folklore can really clash. So let's geek out on the science for a second. The theory mentioned here is actually fascinating. Think of the Y chromosome sperm, the ones for a boy, as sprinters. They're super fast, but they don't have a lot of stamina. On the other hand, the X chromosome sperm for a girl, they're more like marathon runners, slower, steadier, but way more resilient. But, after all that science, the source brings it all back to what truly matters. The real gift, the ultimate goal, is a healthy child. And that's a perspective that kind of makes the whole boy versus girl thing feel a little less important, doesn't it?
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. We're moving from the physical to the emotional, and we're going to dig into the power and, the complexity of three little words.
This question really gets at a cultural hesitation that a lot of us might feel, especially when it comes to being openly affectionate with our own family. It's such an interesting psychological quirk, isn't it? We often treat family love like it's a given, like it's this unspoken contract that doesn't need to be said out loud. But with a romantic partner, we feel like we have to say it, to reaffirm it all the time. And this quote just nails the core message. When you really think about it, genuine love is a universal language. Expressing it doesn't weaken it. It strengthens every single one of your relationships. It's not something to be saved just for one kind of bond. This next part, wow. It's built around a really powerful observation from a user about a trap that is so easy to fall into in our relationships.
Man, that quote really makes you stop and think, doesn't it? It points to this strange paradox where we pour all this energy into making superficial impressions on people who barely matter, and that effort often completely dwarfs what we put into the people who are supposed to be our whole world.
So let's break this down. It's about the performance we put on for outsiders, the big gestures, the money we spend, trying to get that external validation. And all too often, that comes at the expense of what our partners actually need from us: our time, our attention, our genuine love, the simple stuff. And right there, that's the heart of it. That's complacency setting in. It's like we get into the relationship and we think, okay, job done. We forget that love isn't a trophy you win. It's a garden you have to tend to every single day. And for our final section, we're heading straight for that messy, complicated intersection where love runs right into one of life's harshest realities: money. This is such a real-world dilemma for so many young people today. And let me tell you, the advice we're about to see is direct. It does not pull any punches.
And here it is, the dose of reality. The source is absolutely clear. Look, love is the foundation. It's the glue, for sure. But serious financial stress, that can be like a solvent that slowly eats away at even the strongest connection.
This comparison just lays it all out, doesn't it? It's the Hollywood movie fantasy versus, real life. In the movies, love conquers all. Money's no object. But in the real world, a financial imbalance can create guilt, resentment, and a deep insecurity about the future. And no romantic montage is going to fix that. And this right here is the mic drop moment. This is the ultimate takeaway. The advice is to focus on building your own financial security first. Because when you do that, you can enter a partnership as an equal, with confidence, ready to build a secure future together. So, as we've seen, getting through modern life is really a delicate dance, isn't it? It's a constant balancing act between the heart and the head, between what we feel and what we actually need. And that's a question I think is worth asking ourselves as we go about our own lives. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.